Kids, I just need to say something. My dog has just farted and I don't feel like she's ever farted before and I'm quite astonished.
Was it out loud or was it silent?
I feel like it was silent, but maybe I was just being noisy, but it smells and I've never known her to fart. Like, what's going on?
Ew, I hate it.
I hate it.
Oh, I'm gonna sneeze.
I don't want my dog to be a farty dog.
I'm so sorry.
Ooh, that sounded satisfying though.
I don't really like sneezes. I find them like kind of rank.
Oh, I actually love sneezing. Doesn't it feel really satisfying?
No, I hate it. And I'm feeling like I'm getting a cold actually.
Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh no, don't worry. Oh my god, I know we're like supposed to be podcasting, but yesterday, oh my god.
What happened?
No, you and your plans.
Oh my god, I'm so pissed off, Kitty, because I feel like my whole day was like wasted waiting in that coffee shop.
I can't even believe it. And I thought you had a laptop with you. I was so shocked.
No, in the morning I was like, oh, actually, I'm not going to take my laptop and I'll just like spend extra time at the dog park with Harley and then I'll go like maybe like 45 minutes early and then I'll FaceTime my brother while I wait. And then my brother didn't fucking answer. And then he was an hour and a half late.
How rude is that?
I know.
Did you tell him that we had a podcast?
No. No, he was really apologetic, but like, oh god. I hate awkward catch-ups as well.
Yeah.
But the guy that was with him, I just talked to him on Instagram, and he has a dog. Why didn't he mention that?
What type of dog does he have?
Like, what's wrong with people? Like, you just met someone else's dog, why wouldn't you say like, oh, I have a pit mix as well, you know?
I don't know if I would always mention it.
Oh, I will mention my dog at any chance. Kitty, I always want to talk about my dog.
Yeah, but this is the thing. I would consider myself a dog person, obviously 100%. But if I see a dog in the street, I won't always go up to it. Or on the subway, I won't like stroke it. I'm not that much of a dog person. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, well, if there's a dog on the subway, I'll like smile and think, oh my god, how cute. But I don't really ask to pet dogs or like go up to them.
Well, I'll be really honest, I don't even smile.
Do you smile on the inside? Come on, if you see like a really cute dog, you would smile.
If it was a Dalmatian, yeah, but usually I just don't, because I don't like being that person. I just find it cringe.
I'm not saying smile at the dog.
I just don't like looking like a person who's like obsessed with dogs. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, I will happily be that person.
I think it's because I'm jealous they've got their dog on the subway and I haven't, probably.
Ooh, I know that feeling. I'm just going to take a sip of iced coffee, but tell me, do you have any dog news?
No dog news. Florence is back with me, which is exciting. She's in between my legs right now under the covers. We had a great sleep last night. We went to bed so early and we slept in till like 10, so it was so nice.
Oh my god, so nice. I've been getting up early every day because Justin has work early.
Yeah, but I do on a working day, but when it's the weekend, I'm like, no, take advantage, it's the weekend. Like, how dreamy is it to like not have to wake up?
I mean, it is nice. What? But Justin gets up at like 6 and I feel like it's impossible not to wake up.
What's your dog news? Do you have any?
Well, since the last episode that we released, not that we last recorded, where we both had that moment where we were like, oh my god, Girls of the Playboy Mansion, I have been rewatching it on YouTube. Someone has uploaded every single episode and I'm like so grateful.
I didn't watch it. Damn it.
Kids, you need to. Because, I mean, I watched it when I was younger and, like, I'm rewatching it now. It is a little bit creepy because, obviously, it's Hugh Hefner. But there are so many animals and, like, there's the episode where Bridget gets Wednesday as a puppy and she is so tiny. Like, I forgot...
What type of dog is Wednesday?
She's a Pekingese, right?
Oh, I wasn't sure. Interesting.
I think she's a Pekingese. Yeah, because she's long fur, squishy face... long body.
Yeah.
And then there's like all the other dogs. They all have small dogs though, but Kendra has a corgi. Kendra has a corgi and a Jack Russell.
Yes, I remember. Those dogs are probably dead now.
Yeah, they probably are. Wait, no.
I should like stalk those girls on Instagram now. Like, I loved Holly and I loved Bridget.
Same. I mean, I loved all of them. Kendra, not as much. I liked her in the show and then afterwards when she married Hank and then she had her own TV show with Hank. I didn't like that.
I watched a bit of that.
Yeah, I did. I think, but Bridget recently started doing YouTube videos. They're super, super cringe. But I think there was one like maybe 2 years ago where she was giving Wednesday a bath.
Oh, shit.
So I think Wednesday is still alive.
Wow.
No, she can't be. Can she?
I'm going to stalk her and find out.
How old would Wednesday be? I don't even know when the show started.
What's her last name? Marquette or
Bridget
something?
Marquette.
Oh, yeah. Marquardt. Yeah.
Yeah, or Marquard or something.
Okay. Oh my god, she's had a lot of work done. She's old now.
I thought she was like a little bit older when she was in the Playboy Mansion.
God, you'd fucking love her. She's into like ghosts.
I know, I do really love her.
I'm obsessed with Holly Madison.
Oh, I love Holly too, but Bridget was always my favourite because she was like into spooky things and she loved Halloween, and she like produced a scary movie at the mansion.
Did she?
Yeah, I really like Bridget.
Oh my god, Wednesday is alive. 27th of August. Little Winnie says Happy International Dog Day. She's grey. Yeah. Wow. Oh, she is a Pekingese. She's put hashtag Pekingese. But I think she spelled Pekingese wrong.
Probably. But how old is she?
Oh, she's got a new cat as well.
A new cat? Oh my god, that probably means Gizmo's dead. Well, when she started the show, Gizmo was 8. So Gizmo's definitely dead.
Stop. How do you spell Pekingese?
Like Pekingese.
No, Dina.
Pekingese? No?
No. So she's hashtagged it, and it's got this hashtag, Pekingese, has got 1.5 million posts. So I'm assuming that's the right spelling, but it does not look right.
What's the spelling?
P-E-K-I-N-G-E-S-E.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
so it's not knees.
Yeah.
But it's Pekingese? Pekingese?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
How do you say it? Wait, Pekingese.
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 Yeah,
Pekingese.
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 No, Pekingese. Don't Pekingese.
Why am I adding an extra N?
Yeah.
Did you think it had an N?
Yeah, I did. An N. Yeah, I did. That's why I'm so
Oh,
confused.
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Oh my god. I know how old I know how old Winnie is.
How old?
Yes.
11?
No.
Older?
Yeah.
Really? Oh my goodness. 13?
14.
Oh my god, that is such a good age.
Yeah.
Are you on her Instagram? Is that how you found her?
Yeah. Do you want me to send you the birthday post?
Yes, please. Thank you very much. Well, that was just my update that I've been watching Girls of the Playboy Mansion.
Nice.
Okay, now I did go to the dog park yesterday, so I do have some dog names for you. Are you ready?
Yes, my favourite, yes.
Okay. Sky. What do we think?
Not into it. It's
Yeah,
just a
I'm not
little
into
bit
it.
rainbowy and, yeah, no.
Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to be taking down what the dogs are. I don't know which dog Sky was. I just heard Nona being like, Sky.
Well, that could be any dog, honestly. Yeah. That's pretty versatile.
Okay, Alba. Just a pit mix.
Ew, gross.
In like a brown caramelly colour.
Ew.
Okay, Henry. A cockapoo.
No, I don't mind Henry.
I don't mind Henry, but
It's a bit, I don't actually, I'm not a massive fan.
I think maybe more for maybe a child or a bird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like Henry for a dog. Okay, and then this is like a very strange one. It's a black, it's a black like pit lab mix called Asfit.
Asfit?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I'm not sure what about that.
What a strange name.
Yeah, but maybe it means something in a different language.
Yeah, true. Asfit.
But as words fit together, I don't really like that.
No. Well, it's just not a nice name. When I was at the dog park yesterday, though, I thought it was really strange how, like, I feel like I notice this more when I go to the dog park, that dogs that, like, look the same or are the same breed or, like, the same size play with each other, and they play, like, the same way. Have you noticed that?
When dogs are the same size and they play together?
Yeah, not just the same size, though, like, the same kind of breed. Like, there were, like, 2 pit mixes that were just playing together, but they were, like, wrestling.
I have to say, the video you showed of Harley playing with, I think it was a pit mix,
Yeah.
was so cute.
I know, they're so cute.
And that setter.
Oh my god, yeah, the setter was obsessed with squirrels, though, and it was, like, running around the perimeter of the dog park just chasing squirrels.
Oh, sweet. Obviously having a great time.
Yeah.
I love it when dogs play with each other, in general.
I know, I love it. I feel like Harley doesn't play that much. Like, she'll play for a little bit and then she'll, like, wander off and get distracted by someone else. No, but I was just noticing that, like, similar dogs, like, play the same way, and then I was thinking, like, my mum always used to say that when we had Reuben, the standard poodle, and we would take him on the beach, and on this specific beach walk, there was another standard poodle, a white one called Cotton, and they would both play together, but they play the same way, so, like, poodles, like, rear up when they're playing.
Interesting. I wonder where that's from.
Yeah, I don't know. But they would, like, rear up and then, like, tackle each other.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
God, I haven't seen a white poodle in a long, long time.
Oh, one of Jill's friends has one. And Jill was very pissed off because Jill wants a standard poodle again.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, it's like if I got a Dalmatian, would you be a little pissed off?
I'd be so pissed off. Please
Yeah.
don't.
I know, it's like if you got a Borzoi, please don't.
I would never get a Borzoi though, but you could get a Dalmatian.
I mean, yeah, I could. I do love Dalmatians.
I love that I'm obsessed with them so much. Do you know, I love them so much.
I know.
I think about them on like a daily basis.
Don't you love on the Instagram the new Dalmatian that we followed, Dalmatian Nala?
Oh, I don't think I've had a look. Oh, is it the one with the long hair?
No, not the long-haired one. It's a new one that we followed. It's a puppy, and most recent picture.
I swear, yeah, I must have stalked it because I looked. Oh, I didn't.
And they've got like a nice black, white, and red theme. Do you see?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I just don't love dogs that Dalmatians that have got a massive patch.
Oh, yeah. But it's a very cute Dalmatian. I just don't like the name Nala. I feel like it's so overused.
Yeah, and also, yeah, I don't like the name Nala either. Oh, it is so cute.
Yeah.
I love them so much.
You know, I've been watching 90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah.
I have just finished all 5 seasons.
Bloody hell, well done.
I know. It's not that I feel like what a waste of my time, but also I do stuff while I watch it. But I was watching it the other day and then I was like, I mean, do you ever just watch a TV show and think, why isn't the dog more of a focus in the show? Like, why are they not introducing the dogs? You know, when like you, on a reality TV show, when they introduce the family, like, why would you not introduce your dog?
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
I just think it's weird. Like, there was a family and like the dog's just like in the background and I'm like, where did this dog come from? What's the dog's story? Like, what's the dog's name? Like, this person has moved from the Dominican Republic into your home. Like, not only does he have to adjust to your children, but also your dogs.
Yeah, I guess so.
I want like a little introduction, you know, like this is Harold, he's a rescue from Tennessee, we think he's a Chow Chow Greyhound mix, and he loves to play ball, but he's not very good at giving it back, you know, like give me a bio.
Yeah, I know, but people just aren't into dogs like that, you know?
Well, I would like it, you know,
I
like
know.
watching 90 Day Fiancé, like, okay, you're going wedding dress shopping today, but what is the dog up to?
I understand. Well, I'll write into them if you want.
But doesn't it really annoy you? Like, imagine if it was a Dalmatian that they had.
I just wouldn't think about it this much, you know?
Oh, maybe it's because, like, 90 Day Fiancé is truly trash, and I just
It is
need...
really trash.
I just want something from the dogs. Do you have any more dog news?
No, I don't have any dog news.
Okay, just following up, friends of the show, Kendall and Josh from Mile Higher podcast, I haven't seen their vlog. So they did the vlog where they went to go and visit Oakley, their Pyrenean puppy, but they haven't uploaded the vlog where Oakley comes home yet, and I really want to see it. I love videos of people, like, taking puppies home.
Yeah, so do I actually.
Like, the Jenna Marbles one truly was so good. Like, I would rewatch that.
Yeah, agree. I would rewatch that probably. I just don't really like their dog, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Bunny or Oakley?
Bunny.
I love Bunny. I love greyhounds. I'm such a houndy person.
Yeah, but Gina, the YouTube videos I've watched of their daily lives and seeing the dog, like, in the background, it just doesn't come across, I don't know, I have something with it I'm not, like, obsessed with.
I think she's still adjusting, though. I mean, they got a rescue greyhound with, like, obviously some trauma issues that they had to work through, so it's not just, like, a dog that full of
so.
personality yet.
I suppose so.
Like, wasn't Bunny from a blood farm?
Yeah, I mean, true, but
so
I'm just
sad?
not, I just don't find it that cute.
I mean, if I was going to pick out a greyhound, I would pick a darker colour. I'm not a fan of the colour, but that's it. If you're going to have a greyhound, what colour would you have?
That's a really hard question. Maybe black?
I want black and white. Yeah, I want black, but with some white patches. Okay, well, should we get into our topic for this episode?
Yes! Sorry, I'm stalking Mile Higher. I'm getting off now.
Okay. So, if you were listening last episode, we did say that we were going to watch Pick of the Litter, which is on Hulu if you're in the US, and it's on Netflix if you're in the UK. I watched it last night with Justin. And you watched it yesterday?
I watched it on Friday afternoon.
Oh, okay. I have to say, in the first, like, minute of watching it, my first thought was like, oh my god, I'm gonna hate this. I really didn't like the first minute. I didn't like the way that, like, it was filmed in the beginning.
Oh, what, with the puppies being born?
No, not that part. It's where they're, like, introducing, like, the razors and, like, the the blind people. Because, you know, I don't want anything that starts with people.
Did that come before the puppies were born?
Yeah, it started with, like, blind people saying how, like, a guide dog had, like, saved their life, and how, like, there was this moment where they were crossing the road and then there was, like, a flash of light and blah, blah, blah. Like, why start it like that?
Oh, I actually quite liked that. Can you imagine if I hadn't watched it and I was just pretending I had?
I'd be so pissed.
I have watched it.
Okay.
Oh, that didn't actually bother me. I didn't mind that at all, because, no.
I would have preferred if it had started with, like, the next minute, where it's, like, the puppies being born and then, like, picking them out of the litter and, like, cleaning them up. Like, I loved that.
Why were they cleaning them up, though? Doesn't the mum do that?
I honestly don't know.
I found that a bit invasive, personally. Yeah, I was like, guys, get your hands off. The mum will clean them up. I just found it a bit like they were just touching them so much after they'd just been born.
Yeah.
I don't know, you know what I'm like? I don't really like any human intervention.
No, neither do I. But they were also, like, pulling them out of her vagina.
Yeah, I was a bit like, let her... Yeah, unless there's a problem, I think just let them get on with it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there was a problem, I don't know. But before I watched this, I did look it up on Rotten Tomatoes, and this movie got 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't understand why. Did you look up Danny and Ron versus
That's
this?
what I was just about to do, because at the end of watching this, I was like, oh my god, Life in the Doghouse was so much better, and I would give that 100%. Rotten Tomatoes. Why is it not?
Did it not make it on there?
Oh my god, no, it's not on Rotten Tomatoes. What the hell? Okay, well, someone needs to get on that. Life in the Doghouse needs to be 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. But yeah, so this was 97. I don't really think it deserved 97.
What does the episode then happen? Then they, like, doesn't it go into the naming of the puppies?
Oh my god, yes. And Kitty, it's like a board meeting and they all go into this room and they're, like, trying to name the puppies. And I was like, oh, Kitty and I would love to be there for that.
Yeah, but I was also like, Jesus Christ, like... Not a waste of time, but I was like, shit, so much thought goes into these fucking names. Like, do you know what I mean?
I know, but they must use so many puppies, and I'm assuming that they do the thing that, you know, that they do with hurricanes, where you go through the alphabet and then name each one. So, like, this litter was a P theme.
Yeah. Well, the names they picked were pretty shit.
I mean, like, one of them, like, is this even a name? Potomac.
Well, I only know what Potomac is because the Real Housewives of Potomac. It's like a county in, like it's on the border of Maryland and Virginia, I think.
Oh, because I was like, what kind of name is that?
Anyway, even if it is a place, which it is, it doesn't make a good name.
No.
It's so it was so stupid.
I mean, Potomac isn't in it for very long.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Oh, sorry, spoiler. Anyway, so Potomac, Phil, Patriot, Primrose, and Poppet.
Patriot, shit name. Phil, shit name. Poppet, borderline. Primrose, just like tacky. I was like, all these names are shit.
That's what I thought. When they said Primrose, I was like, oh, fuck off. That's so tacky.
What about, like, Petey or, like... You know, Penny, or like...
Yeah, Penny, that would be
just
nice.
Just, like, good names. They were just so bad.
I didn't mind Phil or Poppet.
Well, I can't talk about Phil because it's got sentimental value to me, but I was like, no, not a good name.
Patriot, I feel like, was just very American.
Yeah, and I suppose Pat is quite cute as a nickname.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, so they named the puppies, and then they did this dumb thing where they, like, did a cartoon drawing of each of them and was like, these, you know.
Oh god, that thing, yeah. And it starts with, like, all 5 on the screen, and it's like, oh, how many are going to be left at the end of this? Because, like, not all guide dogs make it through training.
Yeah. I don't know if now is the time to tell you my biggest qualm with this whole documentary.
What was the biggest qualm?
My biggest takeaway was, like, it was just so competitive. Too much, like... You know, these poor dogs are, like, working so hard to please us and do us a favour. And the whole tone of the documentary is like, well, only the best make the cut. And it's like, these poor guys, like, it was so fucking competitive. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just really found it, like, annoying. Like, the focus was, like, them not being, you know, oh, are they good enough? They're not good enough. Like, sorry.
I know, yeah, I know what you mean. When they were saying, like, oh, only the best make the cut, like, I hated that. But I completely understand why, like, some dogs, like, just can't do it. Like, the dog...
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that. They put, you know,
Yeah.
all of these people were, like, getting upset that their dogs didn't make it. And I was like, it's not... you know, these poor guys, like, I just felt like these poor dogs were being so judged. And it was like, you know, it's not their natural instinct to do all of these things. I felt like there wasn't enough focus on, like, God, look how amazing dogs are. It was more of a focus on, like, oh, well, yeah, out of 800 dogs, only 300 good enough. Like, it's not about being good enough. It's just, do you know what I mean? I just found it a bit like, these poor dogs were being so, like, there wasn't enough praise on them for, like, actually getting as far as they did.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I feel like, yeah, there should have been more emphasis on, like, oh my God, we have trained this dog to, like, make decisions. And I feel like, yeah, there wasn't enough emphasis on that. And, like, dogs are amazing. And I don't feel like they were really appreciated as much as they should have been. But I thought it was really interesting. So they have this statistic where it's like 800 guide dogs are bred and only 300 become guide dogs.
It's amazing how little get through.
I mean, I completely get it, because if you have a blind person and there's, like, a dog, you know, like, one of them had, like, the scavenger tendencies, like, you just can't have that if you have a guide dog.
100%.
So, like,
and even actually
it.
at the end of the documentary, I was like, God, are these dogs going to be able to help this person? I was, like, nervous.
I know, same. Well, they still have a lot of training to do. Yeah, because they were still so young, and I feel like they'd just gone through training. I mean, should we go through it chronologically?
Yeah, but I can't remember. Do you have written down? Have you got
Yeah,
notes?
I took notes.
Oh, you're amazing.
Okay, so they have the litter, they've named the litter, and then I thought this was so kind of weird but also very American. So they have puppy raisers that raise the dogs until they're 14 months old, and then they come back to campus, and I love that they called it campus.
Yeah, me too, actually. I like that one.
For training. So at 2 months, they go to the puppy raisers, and they have, like, this weird ceremony where, like, the puppy raisers come and they, like, call them up on stage, and then they take their puppy. But it's like, why is this like an award show where you get a puppy? Like, just pick them up.
I know, and I was like, look about how much energy and time and money they put into that fucking ceremony. Because the whole time I was watching this documentary, I was like, God, it's amazing all these people who are, like, working so hard to train this guide dog for one person. I was, like, thinking about where the money came from and all of that and the salaries, and I was, like, thinking about it. And then I was like, why are they wasting money on a fucking ceremony like this?
Yeah. Well, I suppose it's not really wasting money. I mean, it's just, like, a room and, like, the people.
Yeah, they had a fucking slideshow. What about the lights? Yeah, the people, you know, being paid to be, like, announcing the names. I think it's a waste of money.
Well, it's probably part of their work day. And then I was thinking, like, this, because I thought the slideshow, yeah, too. But it was probably something that they didn't film, and it was like an intro and, like, reminder of, like, how to train your dog and how to, like, expose them to different surfaces and stuff.
Yeah, which is okay, fine, fair enough.
Yeah. But then, so when they were doing the ceremony, they kind of had stats on, like, each person that was going to be one of the puppy raisers, and it was like, this is their first guide dog raising, or, like, this is their third one, and their 2 other guide dogs were career changed, which is something that means, like, the dog was cut from the program. Which I found really interesting.
I quite like the term career changed.
Yeah, instead of, like, dropout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like, didn't make it, yeah.
Because I do think it was really interesting. So, I mean, spoiler alert, but, like, because I wondered when I was like, oh my God, there are 800 born and then only 300 make it. Like, what happens to these dogs? And, like, they do say later on that some of like, other service dog organizations will take the career changed guide dogs and then train them to be other service dogs, which I thought was really interesting, because I guess they have gone through the training. Okay, yeah, and one of the puppy raisers was a high school kid.
That was so stupid to me. Oh my God, he annoyed me so much.
I thought it was so sweet that he wanted to raise a guide dog, but at the same time I was like, are you really trusting, like, this, like, 17-year-old kid to take a guide dog to school every day?
I just felt like the amount of stress they put on the puppy raisers to, like, do a good job. I was like, yeah, how can... He's 17.
Yeah.
He's not... If you're taking it this seriously, he's not going to be the right person. I'm sorry, I just found him, like, so loserish and so annoying. I was like... I actually just find kids like that really annoying. Like...
No, Kitty, I thought it was really sweet.
Ew, no. I was not into him, no.
He's in high school and he's not, like, about drinking or doing drugs or, like, playing football. But he was like, I'm going to raise a dog.
Which is, sorry, like, loser.
I thought it was nice.
Well, yeah, I thought, oh God, sorry. I thought he was a bit of a loser.
If we were in high school with him, would you have thought he was a loser for bringing a dog to high school?
Yeah, really? I would. Yeah, I would. I'd be like,
you'd
this
see
guy...
him with a dog and you'd be like, oh, you wouldn't want to play with the dog?
I would, but I'd also be like, dude, go out, play football, get a girlfriend. Yeah, I would. I'm sorry. I don't care if people judge me on that comment. I think it was a bit loserish.
No, I'd be all over it.
He probably walked around, people probably thought it was his guide dog.
No, because it says guide dog in training on the vest.
Yeah, and so if I was at high school with him, I'd be like, he's got a problem. And he's training his dog to help him.
Oh my god. No, because I'm sure he would have told everyone at school, like, oh, I'm going to be training a guide dog.
Yeah, I'd be like, weird, why?
Because he could be, like, the future guide dog trainer. Like, maybe that's his career path, which truly should have been mine.
Yeah, but, you know...
So, I mean, the high school kid has Patriot, and then I think it's, like, after a couple of months, Patriot gets transferred to a new trainer.
Yeah, because he was doing a shit job. He couldn't train the puppy, and it was very bitey. And he was like... Yeah, this dog's got a real problem with biting. I think I may have caused that. Well then, dude, you're not a good raiser. Get out.
Well, I know, but, like, it's his first guide dog. I don't really think that, like, I mean, if I was running the guide dog school, I probably wouldn't have trusted a young kid to do it.
Me either.
But no, when he left Patriot at the kennels at the guide dog school, it was really sad. Like, I almost cried. Like, if I focused on it, I could have cried.
Oh, I did not cry. I was like, move on and board the storyline. This is what I mean, though, when I say I found it kind of cringe. The people were cringe.
Yeah, I know, the people were awful.
Because let's not even get on to Patriot's new owner.
Oh, I know, Kitty. I knew you were going to have a problem with that man as soon as he came on the screen.
Right, what happens next, then? Let's do this in order.
Okay, so Phil also gets transferred, and, like, the woman... that took on Phil was like a first time guide dog raiser. And I felt like it was like when I was a first time foster and I was kind of mad about like not being updated about the adoption event and I was upset. But like really the most important thing is like they found a home or like they're doing what they should be doing. And it's like, it's not about me and it's not about my attachment to the dog. And that's kind of how I felt with that woman. I was kind of like, bitch, it's not about you. Like, this dog needs to be raised properly. Obviously, you're not doing a good job and it needs to go to another raiser.
Wait, was this when the British woman from the guide dog organisation was at her house and she was like, no, don't do that. And she was British. She was like, no, don't do that. Nope, no.
Yeah.
And the poor American woman was like, fucking hell, I can't do anything.
I know.
That is actually also one of my biggest takeaways. I was like, oh my God, this is so, like, they're so annoying.
What, when she was like, oh, well, you can't wear laces?
Yeah, and like, you're going to have to sleep on the sofa. I was like, for fuck's sake, what?
I think it's because it was their first time raising a guide dog.
Oh, the British woman was so annoying.
Oh.
And I was actually very interested in the documentary because when they were transferring Phil, I was like, ooh, the American woman who the raiser, she was like kind of bitching about the organisation. I was like, ooh, interesting, because this is a documentary about the organisation. So I really appreciated like kind of a neutral stance on the organisation. Like, it wasn't a documentary being like, look how amazing they are. It was a documentary was kind of saying both sides of the story, and I actually appreciated that.
I appreciate that, but also when I was watching it, and I just mentioned, like, when I was a first-time foster, like, I kind of felt angry, and when she was like, I'm so angry, like, I can't believe this, they just have, like, no thought about me, that's when I was like, well, bitch, it's not about you, like, it's just not. I know it's impersonal, but, like, these dogs do have a job to do, and, like, you agreed to this, and you knew they were going to leave.
How hard is it to be like, hey, just to let you know, we're going to transfer him?
But they did let her know.
Then what was she upset about?
She was upset that, like, she didn't think that would be a possibility. Or, like, she didn't have enough warning.
Well, they should have told her it was a possibility.
I guess so. I don't know. I just hated the fact that, like, she made it about her being upset.
Okay, yeah, fine. Fair.
That's all.
I'm just being a bitch. Yeah, I get it.
No, you're seeing both sides. It's great.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes.
God, it's like we're doing a fucking school project.
Okay, and then at this point, like, so Phil...
Oh my God, that was a laugh where it was like, you're laughing, but you're also like, shut up.
No, I wasn't. It's because I was reading at the same time.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Patriot and Phil get transferred, but Potomac, this is the point where he has a career change. So the woman that's raising Potomac is like, he just has like really bad distraction problems. So he'll be walking, but like he'll be distracted by other dogs, by like things on the floor. And they do this test where they like rip up bits of paper and put it on the floor and see if he can walk past without trying to like sniff at them. And he just like Yeah, he can't. The one thing I did like is they were like, oh, he's told us that he hasn't chosen this life. Were you like, oh, that's so
I
good.
don't think any dog chooses this life. I'm being honest. It's a hard life for a dog. It is. It's a hard life.
But I did find it interesting when they were like, oh, Poppet loves to work, you know? Like, I do feel like some dogs do like to work.
Yeah.
And they enjoy, like, the mental stimulation of, like, guiding
Yeah.
someone.
Maybe, yeah.
But I think Potomac just didn't want to do that. And isn't it interesting how, like, all their personalities are different?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I like that.
Okay, and then so Patriot. Oh, God, we didn't talk about this. Okay, so he moved razors to this man who...
Okay, now before, like, let's just caveat, like, yeah, I find this man so annoying, but I honestly can understand that he's got really bad PTSD, and I think he's the way he is because he was in the army, and he had a hard time, and that is why he's, like, borderline, like, not quite all there.
I mean, he lives with his mother, like, he was raising this dog with his mother, so he's obviously, like...
Yeah, which I can appreciate, and I'm totally understanding about that. I'm just saying I found him really annoying to watch.
He was so annoying.
And did you see the scene? This scene cringed me out because I find awkwardness just the worst. But he was like doing training with one of the women from the Guide Dog Association, and she was like telling him to like let go of the leash, and he like,
oh god,
I don't know if he like didn't hear her or didn't want to, but like she had said like literally 5 times. She was like, let go, no,
I got it, let
yeah.
go.
And he like wasn't letting go, and I was like, oh my god, dude, like, are you okay? Like, what? I don't understand what that was.
I really think he's like not completely all there, right?
Really sweet that he wanted to do that though, and actually this story made me happy. The fact that, can I spoil?
I don't know. I think we should save it.
Okay, fine.
Right?
I don't know
Because there's still like a long journey for Patriot because he moves razors again. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for the last like couple of months of training, he goes to another trainer because he's still.
I thought he went back to campus.
No, so he goes to he goes back to campus, but then goes to another razor.
Okay.
For like the last 2 months because he's still like so full of energy.
Yeah.
And they don't really show much of that. Like this woman like appears for like a second when she takes him and then like another second when she gives him back.
God, it's so sad that like all these dogs, like when they're babies, they have so much energy and we literally like suppress it out of them.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, Potomac, he decided he didn't want to do it and then he just lived his best life.
Yeah, I guess so.
The one thing about the energy that like really annoyed me, they talked about like energy so much, like, oh, like Patriot, he's just like so full of beans. Like, they're puppies, so I kind of feel like...
Exactly.
And then also...
That's what I'm saying, it's just natural.
Like, towards the end, I know they were a little bit older, but they kept talking about like how they had like, they didn't have the energy level to be a guide dog. But you know the YouTuber that I watch sometimes, Molly Burke?
Yeah.
So I watched like several videos and we will probably have to do another episode just like later on about her and her guide dog life. So her guide dogs come from this special guide dog school in Canada and they basically like breed a Lebanese, so it's half lab, half Bernese mountain dog because the Bernese mountain dog makes them more docile.
Interesting.
When they were talking about the energy, I was kind of like, well, okay, it's a Labrador, like they are quite like full of energy.
Yeah.
So
I bet there'll be lots of reasons why they do pick Labradors.
Yeah, I mean, Molly did a whole video where she was like explaining like why they do Lebanese, and because they're a little bit more docile, but they also have like the learning ability of like a Labrador. It's very interesting.
Very.
Okay, so they're possibly going into training for guide dog school. So they all go for their final evaluation. Didn't you find the people so annoying though?
I can't remember the final evaluation.
They all like come together and then they meet and then they're like, oh, there's only 4 out of 5, and then they tell them like, oh, Potomac dropped out. And then they have like a few tests and then they do like a medical and they evaluate the 2 females to see if they could go into breeding.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they always pick one of them to go into breeding because they were kind of talking about Poppet and Primrose and being like, oh, they're both healthy, like their hips are great. And then they talk about like Primrose being a little bit more full of energy. And so then they're like, okay, Poppet goes to guide school, Primrose goes to breeding.
If they're a breeding dog, do they have a home or not?
This is what I feel like they should have explained more because they did not tell us like what happened to Primrose after...
Yeah. And the only videos we ever got of them breeding was them looking like they're in a kennel. So I was like,
right?
Like, that's quite a shit life.
I know, I don't really like that. I mean, I'm assuming once she's had 1 litter, or how many litters do they have? I don't know.
Oh, I'm assuming a few.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
I hope they have a family.
I hope so. Oh, kids. I wish
I
they'd
know.
shown that. That was actually
I
one of my
know.
biggest problems, is they didn't follow the dogs, like, fully.
Yeah.
Like, even though Potomac dropped out, I still want to know, like, where does he go? Like, how does he get adopted? Is he going to service school, or is he, like, going to a normal
Yeah.
family?
Yeah.
How long does it take for him to get adopted? How does he get adopted? I want to know all of those things.
Agree.
But yeah, so Primrose goes into breeding. And I hate, yeah, I mean, they showed her having puppies and they showed her litter, which I liked. But you're right. I mean, you don't know if she's in a home or a kennel.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so what happens after that?
Sorry, I just also need to mention, you know, we talked about the cartoons with the names. The
Yeah.
one thing I hated, well, I hated that fucking cartoon anyway. But so when a dog, like, career changed or, like, went into breeding or, like, didn't move on to guide dog school, they, like, crossed their name out as if they'd, like, died or something.
This is what I'm saying about it being really fucking competitive. It was just so, like, I just didn't like the whole mentality that, like, oh, not good enough, so, like, bye. It was just a bit like, praise these dogs, you know, praise fucking Primrose for breeding and praise Potomac for being a great fucking dog, you know? I just found it so, like, way too cutthroat for me.
No, I agree. And it was like they died, the way that they crossed it out, and it was so
Yeah.
dramatic.
It was so, I think it could have been done so much better than that.
Yeah. Also, where was this set? Did you know?
What do you mean the set?
Like, I was trying to work it out. What city is
Where
this?
was it set? Oh,
Yeah.
God, I can't remember. I'm not sure. I think a relatively shit state.
Okay, so then
Somewhere.
Primrose goes on to breeding, and then Poppet, Phil, and Patriot go on to guide dog school. Well, actually, no, they go on to, like, training, right? Isn't it
Yeah.
training before guide dog school?
Yeah, I think it's further training.
Yeah. There's that guy and that girl, and the girl that, like, deals with, like, the dogs that, like, are a bit more rambunctious takes on Patriot.
Was it the couple? No.
No.
I fucking hated that couple so much.
What, Kenny and Chris?
Oh, they took on Phil, sorry.
Yeah, they had Phil.
So,
I know. I feel like they were quite arrogant, the way they were like, oh, sometimes they give them to us when they have, like, a behaviour that they just want to, like, get rid
yeah,
of.
agree. And I was like, great, you're obviously really good at this, but, like, they were so annoying. And, like, when the dad got, like, bitten on the nose, he was, like, so dramatic about it. I was like,
Yeah.
calm down. Ugh.
Like, okay, you're bleeding. It's not about you.
Like, yeah, the fucking tiniest amount.
Yeah, I didn't see any blood.
Okay, anyway.
No, this is actually after, when they actually are in training, and there's the
Oh,
guy that does Phil and Poppet.
Oh, the actual trainer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I found him kind of annoying too.
He was kind of annoying. What did he do that was really annoying? Oh, he was like, hopefully all goes well tomorrow, and then he's like, touch wood, and then he's like running around looking for wood, and then he touched the tree.
I didn't see that, but, like, have you met me?
Yes, I have met you.
So, like, you do know I do that, right?
I know you do that, but I don't know the way that he, like, ran. He, like, ran across the street to go and touch a tree. He was just very energetic.
Yeah, but do you know I would do that?
Oh, right. Well, I mean, he was just, like, so full of energy.
I found him so annoying because when the dogs weren't doing well, I felt like he was taking it really personally, and it was a bit like, oh, do you know what I
But
mean?
wouldn't you, though, if you were training guide dogs, wouldn't you be like, oh, this is my failure? I would.
I don't know.
The one thing, I mean, even though I found him a little bit annoying, you can tell that he really loves his job. And I secretly was like, this should have been my job.
Yeah, it should have been. I don't know why you should volunteer.
I think it's too late now. I'm too old.
Oh, shut up, Gina. You're not even 27.
I know. Well, how would you even get into it?
Just volunteer. What if I went in New York and be like, I'm really interested in getting into it? They're probably dying for people to do it.
True. But I should have started like that teenager. I should have started raising guide dogs ages ago.
You could still start raising a guide dog. You probably can't with a full-time job, so I need to work from home, but then you
Yeah, I
could.
know. Didn't you say, okay, the most, like, surprising part of training to me was when they're training with the cars. And, like, they're so aggressive. So they have these special cars, and the guide dog trainer is crossing the road. And they basically drive the car into the dog.
Well, kind of, like coming round the corner.
No, like, I don't know whether you saw this because you were working at the same time as watching it. They, like... Excuse me, Harley. Sorry, she's adjusting. They actually drive the car like into the dog to get them to back up. And that's how they teach the decision making on when the trainer says go, but the car is coming.
I didn't see them actually drive into the dog, but I know what you mean.
And it's like teaching them to back up away from it. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, they need that to be quite rough though, because it's a pretty serious like decision that they're making. I'm so surprised dogs can even make that decision.
I am. I thought it was so cool seeing how they like train them to disobey the command.
Yeah, amazing.
It's amazing.
That's what I mean. The documentary, they didn't focus on how amazing it was. It was more just like competitiveness.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, so they're doing the training and then they're doing an evaluation and they decide Patriot just has too much energy to be doing this. And so they decide he's having a career change and they call the guy that was raising him, the guy that like had been in the army. Was it the army? In the military?
It's not the same thing, yeah.
I don't really know. So they call him and they're like, okay, listen, Patriot's having a career change. Like, would you like to adopt him? Or we have Dogs for Diabetics, which are interested in taking him on. But you get first choice. And like, he's like, I needed 5 seconds to decide. I want to take him. Like, he's my sweet boy.
Oh, it was sweet though. It was actually, as much as he cringed me out, it was sweet.
I know. And I just like really felt like so happy for him.
Yeah, me too.
That he was going to get this dog. Because I feel like he really needed this dog.
Agree. And they said at the end, like, he was his official PTSD dog. I was like, my God, he really needed that.
Yeah. Patriot has a career change and then they go on to the 5 tests. So it's obedience, guiding, buildings, traffic, and sidewalkless areas. Obedience is just like doing the heel and like walk and down and stuff. And then guiding is actually guiding them through the street, which I still don't understand how they trained them to do that. Like when there's a lamp post, to go around the lamp post.
It's amazing.
It is really amazing. And then they also do buildings. So they go into like the shopping centre.
Yeah, I'd like to see more of like how the training is done.
That's what I'm saying, is because how do you train a dog to know, like, go around this lamppost and make sure the human doesn't walk into it?
Yeah.
Because there were times when they were doing the test that like the test evaluator person like tapped them on the shoulder to be like, you're gonna walk into a lamppost, because the dog is like on the right hand side, so they're going past the lamppost but the human would walk into it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you would train them.
I want the details on how that works.
Yeah. And then they have the traffic where they like drive the car past and the dog has to stop. And then they also have sidewalkless training, which is like in areas where there's no sidewalk and the dog has to try and like stick to the side as much as they can.
That's quite interesting, I found.
Yeah, because I guess that's something that you wouldn't really think about. But then like, I mean, what do dogs do if you're like in a mall? Like there's no sidewalk in a mall. So would they just stick to one side going like across like in front of the stores?
I think a mall's different though, isn't it?
What's different than the outside? But how does the dog know like to walk in a straight line or to like...
Yeah, I really don't know.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, so they pass the tests. I mean, there's like moments where they make it dramatic where like Poppet failed traffic and sidewalkless training the first 2 times and then she had to retest. But eventually...
She obviously made it through the retest.
Yeah, so eventually Poppet and Phil pass. And Phil gets matched and Poppet gets matched. Phil goes to... So they introduce the blind people in the beginning and they're kind of like in and out of the documentary. I don't remember the woman's name, do you?
The blind woman?
Yeah.
No, she was sweet though.
She was very sweet, yeah. And she was like such a dog lover and I loved that. And then the guy, I remember his name is Ron because it's the same as Danny and Ron's Rescue.
He was also very sweet.
Yeah, very sweet. And like the thing that I feel like was good in the documentary was like they really showed like what an impact it has on their lives. Like they showed them walking with the cane and like they were talking about how when you walk with a cane sometimes it gets stuck in like a dip in the sidewalk and then you end up like walking into your cane and it stabs you in the stomach.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't realise that was a thing.
Still though, I mean, yeah, that's a thing, but there are other things that dogs make way more easier.
I know, and I thought they were walking so slow with the cane and then when they get given their guide dogs, they're just like almost
Oh,
running.
I thought they were walking too fast with the guide dogs. I was like, whoa, steady on.
I know, I thought that too, but isn't that so nice? Because after the woman, like, she tried out her guide dog, and she was like, oh my god, I haven't walked like that in so long. Like, it must be so nice.
Yeah, I bet it must be so nice. I would like to see more of a after, personally. Like, not just them on a walk with that dog, but them in the home with that dog, you know.
Same. I mean, they showed Ron and Phil going on a hike, which I thought was nice, because that's one of the things that Ron wanted.
I personally feel like this should have been like a 10-part series.
Yeah, I agree. And I want to follow, like, years after.
Please. My dog is just trying to come out of the covers, and I just know she's going
Oh.
to Hello, Florence.
Hi, Florence.
Oh my god, I bathed her yesterday with shampoo, and she is so soft.
Oh my god, I love it.
And smells so nice.
She looks so snuggly this morning in your photo you sent me.
She's so snuggly. I love her so much. She's in such a better mood. Oh. She's in such a better mood than she was last week.
Oh, is her hay fever gone?
Yeah, her hay fever's gone. She's just a lot better.
Aww.
She loves the taste of my moisturiser.
I can hear her licking.
So sorry. It's a dog podcast, okay?
I love it.
So, yeah, what were we saying?
You would like a 10-part series.
Yeah.
I mean, I would too. I think I would like to see, like, years later what they're doing.
Yeah, years later would have been quite good.
And then I know we've already mentioned, like, I would like to see more of Potomac and the other dogs, Primrose.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We needed more of the future.
Yeah.
The ceremony where they get their guide dogs was quite sweet, and them meeting their guide dogs for the first time was so sweet. That was probably my favourite bit. I cried once, and it was when they were meeting their guide dogs.
I loved when, like, Ron was sat on the floor and then Phil, like, bounds in and he, like, just starts licking him and climbing all over him. I loved it, Kitty.
I really did not like it when the Razors came to sit with Ron and Phil, and the Razor was, like, holding Phil on the lead. I was like, bitch, sorry, not bitch, dick, he's not your dog anymore. Like, I found that a bit, like, there was a sense of him trying to be in control still, and I was like, fuck off, your job's done, he's not your dog.
I know. That was so cringy when they came to meet him.
Oh my god, did you see one of the guys put his hand out to shake his hand?
I know.
Obviously the guy's blind, so you couldn't see, so it was like,
yeah,
very reminiscent of Ryan Seacrest's American Idol blunder when he holds his hand up for a high five to a blind guy.
Oh my god, have I not seen that?
Have you not seen that?
No.
Oh my god, it's so bad. I'm going to send it to you on YouTube. It's so bad.
Send it to me right now. Oh my god, but yes, same thing.
This has had 2.3
So
million views.
What has? The podcast?
This YouTube video. No.
I wish.
Hold on, I'm just about to send it to you. Just hold.
Oh, the Ryan Seacrest one.
He recovers fairly well.
How?
Because he's like, you'll see.
Okay,
You're watching
I'm
it now.
watching it.
It's only like a
Yes.
second long.
Okay. He got through. Oh, I remember this guy.
He obviously didn't
He's
get
coming
through this.
out. Oh, he just says, I'm giving you a high five.
Yeah, and then like touches his hand.
Oh god, that's so cringy.
But isn't it classic the way he's like holding his hand up, and then his brain is obviously like, this guy can't see this.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Anyway.
that was great. Anyway, yeah, that was Pick of the Litter.
Overall, I would not watch it again, and I did not really enjoy it that much.
Personally, I enjoyed it, but we obviously had our qualms with it, and I do not think it was anywhere near as good as Life in the Doghouse. I thought that was way more impactful and powerful.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe I would watch it again. I just feel like it could have been better. I don't know, I'm really interested in like service dogs and guide dogs and the training.
I think it could have been more interesting. I think for me it just it put the wrong taste in my mouth when it comes to how those dogs are trained and the like stories behind it. It didn't quite hit the right note for me in terms of like emotion and sensitivity.
Yeah.
I actually would like pass on it from that perspective.
Oh, I still think it's worth watching though. No? I enjoyed watching the training.
Yeah, worth watching. Well, it was worth watching. It also made me like fucking love Labradors. I just like, I know my parents have one, but they're such nice dogs. They're so beautiful.
They're so beautiful. Also, Patriot was so leggy. Like he was so much taller than all the other Labradors. I loved it, yeah. Justin watched it with me and he was like, oh, it was really touching seeing what a difference the guide dogs made to their lives. Well, not really, because they didn't show like years in advance.
Yeah, but you don't even see that much of a difference though.
I know,
That's
no,
what I'm saying. That was not the focus of the documentary. The focus of the documentary is how many dogs out of 5 can pass the test.
you're right. You're completely right.
And that is not what it should have been. It should have been, this is how we train dogs, and this is why, and this is the amazing difference they make. Do you know what I mean? It was just so...
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like 10 times, just so competitive.
Well, I think if you're making a documentary, you always want to have like some kind of tense moment. And I think that's why they did that focus is like, oh, how many are going to make it? Like, are they going to make it through? To kind of
Yeah.
keep you on the edge of your seat. But like, I personally didn't like that. So I understand if you're trying to
Yeah.
make a documentary, but...
It's actually pretty surprising that 2 of them made it, because if you think of out of 800, only 300 do it. The likelihood is that none of those would, right?
Oh, yeah. At least like one of them or none of them, yeah. You're so right. Wait, 300 out of 800, what is that?
Well, half is 400, so it's what, like... Okay, so it's like 40%, I suppose.
Yeah. So yeah, actually 2 makes sense.
Great. Well, then that makes me think pretty high success rate.
Yeah, my problem is I just like, I can't imagine 800 dogs being born for the purpose of being a guide dog and then only 300 make it. That's 500 dogs. Like, what happens to them?
I know.
I mean, I'm
That's what I need to
assuming they don't
know.
go to shelters.
No, they wouldn't, because they must have a sort of...
Like, it has to be, like, sustainable breeding where they have, like, a situation where they know the stats. They know that, like, some are going to, like, dogs for diabetics and some are going to, like, you know, dogs for hearing or something. They must just, like, have that set up.
Yeah, or police dogs.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, though, is that like, because some of these dogs get cut so late on, maybe at like 2 years old, it's like, that dog's now 2 and doesn't have a home. A lot of people don't want dogs that are grown up.
Yeah. Although I'm assuming because they're quite well trained, like people that want a Labrador to rescue, they must like, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known this to like go to like a guide dog rescue.
No, it's interesting.
I want to know more about what happens.
They should do another one, but better.
Yeah, I agree. I want a documentary on like medical service dogs and like how they teach dogs to smell when someone's having like a Crohn's
Yeah.
attack or something. Because you know that woman that we follow on Instagram that's super cringy, but I'm obsessed with watching it, Nimbus, the poodle, the medical service dog. So the woman...
Yeah, I just saw one of her photos on Instagram and it was
I
lame.
know. Oh, yeah, she's very cringy, but Nimbus is like, I just think it's amazing how well trained Nimbus is, and she did it herself. But
Yeah,
the
it's
medical
amazing.
training, I don't think she did herself, because like Nimbus knows when she's having a Crohn's attack. I don't know whether it's called
insane.
attack, but like a Crohn's moment. So like when she has really bad cramps and like intestinal pain, Nimbus is trained to like get on top of her and put pressure on her.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like I need a documentary on that.
Why don't you need to become some sort of producer for these documentaries.
Oh, Kits, I would love to. Maybe they should do that for the next dog season.
You need to work for Netflix and just be like
I do. Do you think Amy Berg would hire me?
You could create all the Netflix originals for documentaries.
Oh my god, speaking of Amy Berg, do we have an Adnan update? Like, what's happening?
What do you mean in his life?
Yeah.
Should I Google it?
I feel like we watched the case against Adnan Syed, and then, like, what happened after that?
I think his trial was
Oh, it's taken to the Supreme Court.
yeah.
I want Amy to do a second one.
What documentary?
Yeah.
The first documentary was trash.
Well, it wasn't great, but I need to know the inside details. I need to know what happened.
Oh, my tummy's rumbling. I wonder if you can hear that.
What did you have for lunch?
Salmon and noodles and broccoli.
Oh, nice. I'm going to have my farro salad with mozzarella balls and some apple.
Delightful.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the co-op and get some chocolate.
Oh, nice. I am going to go to the grocery store later as well. I heard you gasp like you were going to say something.
I was going to say to what's our dog of the week.
I was going to say, what's our dog of the week? Oh my god. Who is our dog of the week?
I feel like I always choose, so I'm going to give it to you this week.
Oh my god, great. Okay, so dog of the week. Okay, my dog of the week. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I know we've already talked about her quite a bit this episode, but my dog of the week is Wednesday.
Oh, good dog of the week, yeah.
Yeah, I think we just need to give her real props, you know, because like as much as Bridget tried to put her in little outfits and bows, she was not having it.
And 14 years old is a pretty impressive age.
It's so good. I don't know if everyone saw, but when we released the last episode, I posted videos from Girls of the Playboy Mansion when Bridget is trying to put her in this bunny costume, and like Wednesday just like collapses on the floor in like slow motion. It's so dramatic, but so funny.
I'm gonna go watch that now.
Yeah, do it. Oh my god, stop sending me pink puppy.
I'm so obsessed you don't actually understand.
I don't know why though, it's so not your type of dog.
It's like a little pig. It is a piglet. Look how big its ears are.
Kitty, when we have our ranch, can we please have some pigs?
Yes.
I want some little piggies.
I love pigs too. Alright, should we call it quits?
Yeah, we've been talking for a long time. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this. What's our theme for next week going to be? We'll have to talk about that in our debrief.
Yeah, we'll have to think.
Yeah, but make sure you're following us on Instagram. It's at That's So Fetch Podcast. And make sure you're subscribed. Rate and review us if you can, because it does mean a lot. And we'll speak to you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.